Please take a moment to notice your closest exit in case of an emergency. This show runs about an hour and 15 minutes with no interruption. Now, without any further ado, please enjoy this production of Romeo and Juliet.
Set me into motion. I will keep you with me, long as you will keep me with you. Just the same, I'll never let you down. Don't ever let me down. I thought I knew myself, now I'm not so sure. You look like something I've never seen before now. I thought I knew myself, now I'm not so sure. You look like something I've never seen before. I thought I knew myself, now I'm not so sure. You make me feel like I've never felt before. For now.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife.
As I pass by her.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at her.
Do you bite your thumb at me, ma'am?
I do bite my thumb, ma'am.
Do you bite your thumb at me, ma'am?
It's the law of our side if I say I. No. I do not bite my thumb at you, ma'am, but I do bite my thumb,
Do you
ma'am.
quarrel, ma'am?
Quarrel, ma'am. No, ma'am.
If you do, then I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Then draw, man, if you be brave. Greg, remember thy swashing blow. Benvolio, and look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these souls with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell. All Montagues and thee. How about thee, coward? What noise is this? Why call you for a sword?
Thou shalt not stir up to seek a foe.
Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moving prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. To know our further pleasure in this case, to old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt with her sword prepared. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and fought on part and part, till the prince came, who parted either part.
Where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but ware of me he was, and stole into the covert of the wood. I measuring his affections by my own, that most are busied when they're most alone, pursued my humor, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs.
My noble aunt, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
We but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we but give pure as milk.
See how he comes? So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance are much be denied. Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Ay, me, that hours seem long.
Oh, what sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that, which having makes them short.
In love!
Out.
Of love? Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough and proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love feel I that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz, I'd rather weep.
Good-hearted what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast. Love is a smoke raised with the fume of sighs. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall, and a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cuz.
Soft! Let me go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut, I've lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He's some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan, why no, but sadly tell me who.
Bid a sick man in sadness make his will. A word ill-urged to one who is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a man.
I aimed so near when I assumed that you loved. A right fair mark. Fair cuz is soonest hit.
Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or die in debt.
Now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. He hath not seen the change of 14 years. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes but he. He is the hopeful lord of my earth. But woo him, gentle Paris. Get his heart. My will to his consent is but a part, and he agreed. Within his scope of choice lies my consent and fair according voice. Go, Stewart. Trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Why, Romeo, art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is.
God guide you then, sir. I pray you, sir, can you read?
Stay, fellow, I can read. Fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up
Whither?
to supper to our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
And now I should tell you without asking. My master is the great and rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montague, I pray you, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where's my son? Call him forth to me.
Oh, God forbid. Where's this boy? What, Juliet?
How now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. A nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret.
Faith, I can tell him age into an hour.
Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. Yet I cannot choose but laugh. Thou wilt fall backwards when thou comest of age. Wilt thou not, Jewel? It's stinted, and said I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done.
Tell me, son, Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now, younger than you. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you to be her love. What say you? Can you love the gentlewoman?
I'll look to like if looking like ye move, but no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent give strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests have come. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, boy. Seek happy nights to happy days.
For the sampling, being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover? Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you be loved down.
Come knock and enter, come. We burn daylight, ho!
But 'tis no wit to go.
Why? May one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace, thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams which are the children of an idle brain.
Oh, this wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
Direct my sail on, lusty gentlemen.
Welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. Come in. Aho, give room and foot it, girls.
What lord is that doth enrich the hand of yonder lady?
I know not, sir.
He doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems he hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Did my heart love till now forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. What? Dares the slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not safe.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite, to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Oh, content be, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman, therefore be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, the which, if thou respect, show a fair presence. Put off these frowns.
I'll not endure him.
Am I the master here, or you? Go to! You'll not endure him? God shall rend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests.
My uncle. 'Tis a shame.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
A good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints' lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Then move not, when my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours my sin is purged.
Then hath my lips the sin they have took.
Sin from thy lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Sir! Sir! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is his mother?
Very bachelor, his mother is the lady of the house.
Is he a Capulet? Oh, dear Count, my life is my foe's death.
What's he that follows there that would not dance?
His name is Romeo and Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
Anon! Anon. Come, let's away! The strangers have all gone.
He jested scars and never felt a wound. Soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is sick and pale with grief that thou, his lord, art far more fair than he. Be not his lord, since he is envious. His vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lord. Oh, it is my love. Ah, that he knew he were. He speaks it, he says nothing. What of that? His eye discourses. I will answer it. I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me he speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat his eyes to twinkle in their spheres, so they return. What if his eyes were there, they in his head? The brightness of his cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. His eyes in heaven would through the airy regions stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how he leans his cheek upon his hand? Ah, that I were a glove on that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
He speaks. Speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. What's in a name? Well, that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, and that name that is no part of thee take all myself.
My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee.
Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike. With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt? Therefore thy kinsmen are no less to me.
But if they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes.
Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word, but if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I must confess I should have been more strange, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware my true love's passions. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
My lord, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver
do not swear at all. If thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self.
If my heart's dear love.
This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within thy breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I did give thee mine before thou didst request it. And yet I would it were to give again.
But thou withdraw it. For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. I hear some noise within. Anon, good nurse! Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but little, and I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Three words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and I will follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Sir!
I come anon! But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Sir!
By and by I come! Cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo,
My dear,
at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send for thee?
at the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I called thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
Still I'll stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
Sweet, so would I. And yet I shall kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Benedicte, this temperature. Or, if not so, I hit it right. Oh, Romeo has not been to bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
Oh, that's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help, and holy physic lies.
Oh, be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair son of rich Capulet. As mine on his, so his is set on mine. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Art thou changed? Oh, pronounce this sentence then. Men may fall when there's no strength in women.
I pray thee, chide not. He whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slowly, those that run do stumble.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his mother's I spoke with his man. Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his mother's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Let any man that can write me answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares be dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Yes, you a very good lady, a very tall woman, a very good whore. What? Is not this a lamentable thing? Oh, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these Tardonies who said so much on the new form that they cannot at ease on the old bench. Signor Romeo, before you gave us that counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir? The slip? Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, as my business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Ah, meaning to curtsy.
Oh, thou hast most kindly did it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Ah, pink for flower.
Right.
Well, then is my pomp well flowered.
Well said! Follow me this jest now, till thou hast worn out thy pomp, that when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing soul singular.
Ah, single soul jest solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits faint.
Switch and spurs, or I'll cry a match.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God you good, gentlewoman.
Pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lord bade me inquire you out. What he bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye that if ye should lead him into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for the gentleman is young, and therefore, if ye should deal double with him, truly it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentleman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lord, I protest unto thee.
Oh, good-hearted faith, I will tell him as much. Lord, you'll be a joyful man.
What wilt thou tell him, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell him that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a very gentlemanlike offer.
I bid his devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon, and there he shall in Friar Laurence cell be shrived and married. Here is for thy pains.
Oh, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon? Very well, he shall be there.
Farewell, and be trusty, and I shall quit thy pains.
Now God in heaven bless thee. Hark ye, sir.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet with him. Oh, that's not so. Oh, God. She comes! Oh, honey nurse! What news? Hast thou met with him?
I am aweary. Give me leave a while. How my bones ache.
What thou hast my bones.
I have had.
Oh, if I have thy bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray you speak. Good, nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath, when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll state the circumstance. Oh, let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, oh no, not he. No, he has a face better than any man's. Go thy way, sir. Serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that? Oh, sweet nurse. Tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like a kind, and an honest, and a courteous, and a handsome, and I warrant virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother?
Yes.
Why, she's within. Where else should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
God, lady dear, are you so hot? Marry, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward do your messages yourself.
Oh, here's such a coil. Come, what says my Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrip today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Laurence cell. There sees a husband to make you church.
I fortune honest nurse. Farewell.
Oh, here comes the Lord!
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Oh, Romeo shall thank thee for us both.
As much to him thou assist, thanks too much.
Oh, come, we'll make short work of it, and by your leave shall not stay alone tonight, till Holy Church incorporate two into one.
Pray thee, good Mercutio, for now. Let's retire. These hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Come, thou art as a hot jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what to?
That! Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man for having a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason, but because thou hast hazel eyes. What eye but such an eye would spy out such a quarrel? And yet thou wilt prefer me a quarrel.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care.
Not follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good den. A word with one of you?
But one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort! What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou makes minstrels of us, look to hear nothing but discords.
Well, peace be with you, ma'am. Here comes my man.
Oh, but I'll be hanged, man, if you wear your livery. Marry, go before to field. He'll be your follower, your worship, in that sense. May call him
Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain!
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy! This shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise. For thou shalt know the reason of my love, and so, good Capulet, which name I tender, as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good queen of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold withal, and as you shall use me hereafter, drive eat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pitcher by the ears? May taste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
I am for you!
Come, man, your pistol!
Draw! Benvolio! Beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame! Forbid this outrage! Tybalt Mercutio, the prince, expressly and forbidden banning in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt. Good Mercutio.
I am hurt.
What art thou heard?
A scratch. Oh, Mary, 'tis enough. Where is my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon!
Courage, friend, the hurt cannot be much.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses!
This lady fair, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got her mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained by Tybalt's slander, Tybalt, who an hour hath been my kinsman. Ah, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo! Brave Mercutio's dead.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe. Others must end. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again which late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep her company. Either thou or I or both must go with her.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort her here, shalt with her hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo! Away! Be gone! The citizens are up in Tybalt's lane. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art caught hence! Be gone away!
Tybalt!
What's happening?
My cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Prince! As thou art true for blood of our shed blood of Montague, of cousin!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt! Here slain! Whom Romeo's had did slay! And as she fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth. Or let Benvolio die.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, prince, which thou must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Exactly. This is your responsibility. What are you going to do
Romeo
about
slew
this?
her! She slew Mercutio! Who now the price of her dear blood doth owe?
That your obvious bias has gone on long enough.
Not Romeo, Prince! He was Mercutio's friend! His fault concludes with what the law should end is the life of Tybalt!
Can you not put aside your hatred for one moment in defense of real
And
human
all
life?
that of sense! Immediately we do exile him hence.
Ay, me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
She's dead. We are undone, Lord, we are undone. She's gone, she's killed, she's dead. Tybalt. Best friend I ever had. Oh, honest Tybalt, oh courteous gentlewoman. and I should live to see thee dead. Tybalt is gone. And Romeo banished. Romeo that killed her, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas, the day it did. There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Shame come on Romeo!
Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit, for 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned.
Would you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin, that villain cousin that would have killed my husband? My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband? All this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound, and that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither. Hark ye. Your Romeo will come at night. I'll to him. He is hid in Laurence's cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? A gentler judgment hath banished his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment. Banishment? Be merciful. Say death, for exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment. Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient. The world is broad and wide. There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls for death, but the fair prince, taking thy part, has rushed aside the lodge from that black-word death into banishment. This is a dear mercy, thou seest it not. 'Tis torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat, and dog, and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven, and may look on him. But Romeo may not. Thou fond He's banished. Thou fond madman. Hear me but speak a word. Thou wilt speak again of banishment. Oh, I say how madmen have no ears. How can they when that wise men have no eyes? Let me dispute with thee of thy step. Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Will not. Arise to Romeo, hide thyself. Not I. Unless the breath of heartsick groans mist-like enfold me from the search of eyes. Hark how they knock! Who's there? Oh, Romeo, arise! Thou wilt be taken! Run to my study! By and by God's will, what simpleness is this? I come! I come! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What is your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lord Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar. Oh, tell me. Oh, Holy Friar. Where is my lord's lord? Where is Romeo?
Nurse?
Oh, sir. Ah, sir! Death's the end of it all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with him? Does he not think me an old murderer now I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from his own? Where is he and how doth he?
Oh, sir, he says nothing but weeps and weeps, and now falls on his bed and then starts up, and on Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun did murder him. As that name's cursed hand murdered his kinsman.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy figure cries that thou art! Thou hast amazed me. Thought your disposition would be better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself? And say this, Lord, that lives within thee by doing damned hate upon thyself.
Lord, I will tell my lord you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir. A ring he bid me give you, sir. Now hide. Make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence. Good night. And here lies all your state. Either be gone before the watch set, or for the break of day disguised from hence. Give me thy hands. 'Tis late. Good night. Farewell.
But that a joy past joy calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Tender my child's love. He will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not! But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday let it be. Oh, Thursday, tell him he shall be wed to this noble lady. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
Oh! My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
For me, it is so very, very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day.
Look, love. What envious shrieks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east? Night's candles are burnt out, and Johnson day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales. Therefore, stay yet. Thou needest not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
My lord,
Nurse?
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window, let day in, let life out.
Farewell. Farewell.
Art thou gone so, love, lord? I, husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years, ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall prove to be sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art below as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, son, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Is it my lady mother? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Ever more weeping for your cousin's death?
Yet let me weep for such a failing loss.
Well, boy, thou weepest not so much for her death as that the villain lives which slaughtered her.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, boy.
Well, and joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father-child, one who, to put thee from my happiness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectest not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, in the next Thursday morn. The gallant, young, and noble gentleman in the county Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee there a joyful groom.
I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Juliet!
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, wife? Have you delivered to him our decree?
I serve as he will none. He gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to his grave.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will he none? Does he not give us thanks? Is he not proud?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Why? How now, chop logic. What is this? Proud. And I thank you. And yet, I thank you not. And yet, not proud. Young Lord Juliet, you thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints 'gainst Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage! You tallow face!
Fine, what are you mad?
Good father, I do beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Bend me, young baggage! Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what. Get thee to church o' Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me!
God in heaven bless him! You are to blame, my lord, to rate him so.
And why, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue, good Prudence. Smatter with your gossips. Go.
May not one speak.
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity or a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not!
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. For by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, or think you will not be forsworn.
Is there no pity in the clouds that sees to the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast not me away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I am done with thee.
Oh God, oh nurse! How may I prevent this? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. What sayest thou? Hast thou no words of joy? Some comfort, nurse?
Faith. Here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it must needs be by stealth. Since the case so stands as it now doth, I think it best you married the county. Be true, my merry heart, I think you are happy in this second match. For it excels your first. Or if not, 'twere as good, 'twere dead. As he living here and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And my soul too. Or beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, that has comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my mother that I am gone, having displeased my father, to Laurence's cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will. And this is wisely done.
I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On a Monday, ma'am? The time is short.
My father Capulet will have it so. And I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know your lord's mind? Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately he weeps for Tybalt's death. And therefore have I little talked of love. Now, sir, his father counts it dangerous, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage. Now do you know the reason of his haste?
Look, ma'am, here comes your lord towards my cell.
Happily met, my lord and my husband.
Well, that may be when I may be a husband.
That may be, must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
Huh. Coming you to make a confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love him.
I will confess to you that I love him.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongst him more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, ma'am, which is a truth, but what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, now I slandered it.
That may be so, for it is not mine own.
My lord, we must entreat this time alone?
God shield us your disturbed devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. So then adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door when thou hast done so. Come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Juliet, I already know thy grief.
Tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. Be not so long to speak, I long to die, if what thou speakest speak not of remedy.
Hold, son. I do spy a kind of hope, which craves thee as desperate as execution. If rather than to marry the county Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, and if thou darest, I will give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris. Things that to hear them told have made me tremble, and I will do it without doubt or fear to live an unstained husband to my sweet love.
Hold. Get thee home. Be merry and consent to marry Paris. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Make sure that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, and being in bed, and this distilled liquor drink off. When pleasantly shall run through all your veins a cold and drowsy humor. No breath, no warmth shall testify that thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade like death as he shuts up the day of life. This shall continue for 42 hours, and then thou shalt awake as from a pleasant sleep. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo through my letters know our drift. Then shall he hither come, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me. Oh, tell not me of fear.
Hold. Get thee going. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I shall send friars with speed to Mantua with my letters to your lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be then married tomorrow morning? How if when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time my Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo come? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from her shroud, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bones, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, who did spit her body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt. Stay! Romeo, I come. This I do take to thee.
My lamb! Why, good sir! Fie, you slug of bed. What, not a word? You take your pennyworth now. Marry and amen, how sound he is asleep. I must needs wake him. What? Dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Good sir? Good sir? Good sir? Oh, alas. Oh, alas. Help! Help! My lord's dead.
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look. Look. Oh, happy day.
Oh, me! My child. My only life. Revive, look up! Or I will die with thee. Help. Help! Call help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, his lady is... Come.
He's dead. Deceased, he's dead. Alack the day.
Alack the day, he's dead. He's dead, he's dead.
Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on him like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field. Death, that hath taken him hence to make me wail, ties up my tongue, and will not let me speak.
Come, is thy lord ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, child. The night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy groom. There he lies, flowered as he was, deflowered by her. Death is my child-in-law. Death, my heir. My good son, she hath wedded. I will die and leave her all. Life, living, all is death.
Peace. For shame. Confusion's cures lives and not these confusions. Oh, in this love you loved your child so ill. Dry up your tears and place your rosemary on this fair corpse, and as it is custom, in his best array, bear him hence to church.
All things that we ordained festival turn from their office to black funeral.
If I may trust the flattering truth whose sleep I dreamt my beloved came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think. Ah me, How sweet is love itself possessed when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Just done up bring me letters from the friar. How doth my lord? Is my mother well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if he be well.
Body sleeps in Capel's monument, and his immortal parts of angels lives. Pardon me for bringing this ill news, since you did leave it with my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars. Thou knowest my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
No, I beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and they do import some misadventure.
Tush, then thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
Why, no, my good lord.
No matter, get thee gone and hire those horses. I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight.
Sweet flower with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopy is dust, and stones which with sweet water nightly I will do, or wanting that with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. Blood wanders this way tonight across my obsequies and true love's right. What would the torch muffle me night a while?
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in this spite I'll cram thee with more food.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, therefore came I hither. The gentle youth tempts not a desperate man. Fly hence, leave me. Think upon these gone, let them affright thee. I do beseech thee, youth, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone!
I do defy thy conjurations and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, girl!
When men are at the point of death, have they been merry, that their keepers call it a lightning before death? Oh, how may I call this a lightning? My love, thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Oh, sweet Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? That the lean, abhorred monster doth keep thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night part again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Here will I set up my everlasting rest. Finished my love.
Oh, comfortable Friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. But where is my Romeo? What's here? A blade. My lips are warm.
Lead, boy. Which way?
Yea, noise. I'll be brief then. Oh, happy dagger. Ah! Ah! This is thy sheath. Ah! There. Rust. Let me die.
To have more talk of these sad things. Some will be pardoned and some punished. For never was a tale of more woe than that of Juliet and his Romeo.